Do we have to It's time to do the show. Yes, you make dope beats. Now turn it off. Hey, what's up?
It's me.
This is Craig Derek Jones.
It's me, Devin Jones.
And we are like a father-son team, and we do a lot of stuff. We still are going to review movies every now and then. And we
just busy a lot, so.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of music and music videos and whatnot. But we had some time to go see Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That's the name of it? Let There Be Carnage. Oh, because I got it right.
Once. Yeah. We'll come straight from the movie right here, and he'll be like, what's that movie called?
And do you know, it was almost like 3 years ago to the day that we did the other one, the Venom one. Yeah. Let's do a little. See, look how cute he is.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, listen to that little voice.
Look how cute he was, man. He's this little guy. Now he's got long hair, and he's got, where I'm telling you, like, you're one big shadow. Yeah. The lights are not getting you. Oh, what's up?
Take it down.
Anyway, okay, let's talk about the movie. The movie's rated PG-13. It kind of pushed it, but it's
I think, in my opinion, I think these movies should be R-rated.
Really? Why?
Because they want to make an R-rated movie. You can
right.
tell because they're pushing it. They want to make an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
But they want that PG-13 rating.
I thought it was fine.
It's like the first one and this one have these awkward, violent moments where there should be blood, but there isn't.
Yeah, okay.
Like you can't be having people's heads get bit off.
And not show it.
With there being no blood at all, nothing. Like
right,
it's just weird.
Right. Well, yeah. It's still. I thought they did okay.
Yeah. I'm not hating on the movie because of that. Like the rating's fine, but it's
pretty
just
violent though.
Yeah.
It's pretty violent. So parents, 10 and up. Unless you got a kid who likes people getting their heads bit off and stuff.
Yeah, it's like I could see, like young kids getting scared of this, like with Carnage and stuff, sticking his tongue and all that. It's nice.
All right. Well, let's talk about the movie. We were some of the few that didn't really mind the first one. We kind of liked it. It's kind of a surprise.
Like, it's a dumb movie, but it's good.
But
it's
I enjoyed it.
It's a dumb superhero movie. It's fun to watch.
And it was fun, and it was funny, which I didn't expect. Yeah. I think part of the reason I had to be honest with myself, though, part of the reason I did like the first one so much is because I expected it to be horrible.
Yeah. And
I was pleasantly surprised that I didn't hate it. I still didn't like that Spider-Man wasn't in it, and I didn't like that he just immediately was a good guy. I still don't like that, but hey, whatever. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and talk about the movie first, and then I'll get into it, what I think.
See, I don't really know exactly how I feel about this movie or exactly what to say about it, because it's just consistently fast-paced, and there's for the whole thing. There's some movies there's some Star Wars movies type stuff where it'll be fast paced for the beginning, then the rest will be all slow and it's just disorienting and weird and it just leaves you lost. This movie is that for the whole thing.
Just kind of
just straight up
choppy narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just very fast paced moving. Everything happens it just happens. There's no build up to any of the events.
Right.
Everything just happens.
It's Andy Serkis directed it, and he directed Mowgli too. And I had the same problem with Mowgli as I did with this one. It's just the scenes don't breathe. It's just okay, it's like he doesn't shoot enough coverage. There's no emotion to what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just shot very matter-of-factly. But the action, I thought, was shot really well in this movie. I enjoyed the action in this movie more than I did in the first one because it was shot better.
It was. See, the problem that I had with the first one with the action is that it's all dark and close up.
Yeah.
Which this movie still has its close-up shots, but it's not as bad as the first one.
Right, but it's good though. I like the action in this movie.
I think a pretty big problem I have with this movie though is see Venom, the animation of Venom, he looks fine. He looks pretty cool. I like it, but Carnage just looks bad.
I didn't think he looked bad.
Nah, he looks bad. Go back and watch it again.
Fine.
He looks terrible.
Okay. Carnage looked all right.
Nah. Carnage looks egregious.
I thought it was fine, man.
Carnage looks like a cutscene in a video game.
Well, yeah, they all do. It's
no,
Venom does too.
No, he doesn't. I play video games.
Whatever.
Carnage is on video game level cutscene, which is cool and all, but not for a movie.
I have to disagree with you on that. I thought Carnage looked okay. I just didn't like the fact that the narrative felt choppy. It was only an hour and a half long. It needed to be a little longer. You needed to let the scenes breathe, and maybe think some more close-ups and some more facial expressions on.
I think this movie easily could have been 2 hours. and like not have gotten boring because
Yeah,
it's a funny movie. You're watching it, you're laughing like the whole time, whether that be like at a joke or just
I
the
wasn't
movie
laughing
in
the
general.
whole time. I thought some of
A
the
lot of
the humor felt forced this time to me. But
It
then when
is,
it's funny,
but
it's funny.
Yeah, it's like it has its good moments.
Oh yeah, parents, there is one F word and it's hilarious. It's used great.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, I just
Like in I don't know if this is like necessarily spoiler or not. Probably not. Not really. I'm just saying that like in this one, like Venom talks a lot more, and his humor is very like obvious.
yeah.
But that's not always a bad thing. He has a lot of funny scenes in this movie where it's just because he's an alien, you don't know how to act.
Yeah, I thought the first one was paced better, and it just was all around kind of a better movie. But I do think this is a more well-made movie.
Yeah.
And the villain, Woody Harrelson is fantastic when you get to see him. But it's kind of like they don't give it time to breathe.
Yeah.
Like when he first became Carnage, a little bit of a spoiler, but not really. He's going to become Carnage. And he did that whole thing in the jail. And then he just walks out and just whistling or singing or something. I thought, where was the moment where he's like, because he had just become Carnage, where he's like, whoa, what did I just do? Who am I?
A single spot. It's like he was just immediately happy and knew how to control.
Yeah.
He was immediately like in control of Carnage, immediately knew what he was doing and how to use it and everything. There was no weird spot for him to come to terms he's turning into a little alien.
And that's what that movie was missing for me. It was missing the whole, just the emotional element that should have been there.
Because like you had that with Eddie and Venom in the first one.
Yeah.
Like half the movie was
like, what am I doing here?
Trying to
what
figure
is
it
this?
out.
There's another, and my friend Will and I, we were talking about it. There was a really squandered scene where Venom is in the girlfriend and not in Eddie Brock. And Eddie Brock, Venom is demanding an apology, so before he'll go back to Eddie. And Eddie is supposed to be apologizing to Venom through this girl that he's done wrong. And halfway through it, I'm like, oh, he is actually apologizing to her. Yeah. But the way it was shot, it was so matter of fact and quick.
It's like
there was no emotional element there.
Yeah,
how you do that is you do a close up of her listening, and then because she's a great actor, you could have her show that emotion, like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me, and then have Eddie do the same thing, give some emotional beats, give it to breathe. It's like everything was rushed. The movie's rushed.
Like with that scene, I kept on waiting because I knew that's where it was going. To where at first it's just him trying to get Venom back, and then he's just like, sorry, But I was waiting for it to like have that artistic film style and just have
that emotional
any
element.
Amount of emotion to it. But like even just like the way, and they're both great actors.
Yeah, they are.
But even just like the way
Everyone's
that the
great.
lines were being delivered, it like didn't have that aspect. He kind of stayed in like the same tone for most of that conversation.
Yeah, it was just rushed. Yeah. It felt rushed. Every scene felt rushed. And maybe because Andy Serkis, who he is, right? He's the guy who's done motion cap for all. He was Gollum. He was Caesar in those movies you like. Yeah. I mean, he was King Kong. And so he knows that world of how to, So the stuff looks great and, sounds good and all that, but I don't think he knows to get enough coverage for the editor to go in and bring the emotion out of a scene, because I don't think he films it, Or maybe he's just like, no, quick. Maybe he doesn't like emotion in his scenes. I don't know, but yeah, it's just there's not a high enough emotion content in the movie for me.
Yeah, It needed more serious scenes, I think, because this movie very like the first one takes itself more seriously, I think. Like this one's,
but it's still funny though. It's still hilarious.
Yeah, but it doesn't there's not as much emotion behind any of the scenes. Like it's all it all just seems a little too self-aware and stupid for me. Like I think because that's part of why dumb superhero movies are fun, because in their universe it's not dumb,
right?
And that's that's cool. It's why it's fun to watch them.
Right.
But this one didn't really have that. I think it was a little bit too self-aware that it's just a little stupid superhero movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think it should have had more emotion in it and all that.
You gotta speak up, man. You're talking all low like this. Look, I can see the levels. You ain't even, dude.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. I just want to talk like this the whole
don't
time.
need to talk.
Mumbling. But anyway, so I guess I still think the movie's good. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. You know, the first one, I almost loved that movie, man, because it was so... Even though it wasn't filmed very well, it just had this energy to it that this one didn't. It's too choppy. It just... The narrative just kind of meanders, and like at the end, I was like, "Oh, this is the end, I guess. This end battle, okay."
It's like it
didn't earn it though. It didn't. There's no rising action.
Like
it just kind of like
that was like the weirdest part in the movie for me when they got to the final battle. It's like I had known that I'd already been watching the movie for a while, and I was like, "Well, this has got to be the last scene," but like I don't even know this dude.
Yeah,
I don't even understand why he cares about this chick so much and everything. Like Carnage's girlfriend.
Yeah, interesting character, but
she doesn't. It's like there's a lot of
nothing.
There could have been a lot of interesting stuff with that because of who she is, but there just wasn't. She was barely even a character in the movie.
Captures, screams a lot, and dies. Pretty much. That's about it, man. You know, it's like, yeah, there just wasn't enough.
There really needed to be more scenes that weren't just, Carnage.
Yeah.
As in the word, not the character.
Yeah, and I still like the movie, so I'll give it worth the popcorn reluctantly because, I almost want to give it a misfire, but the action was really good, and it is genuinely funny, and Woody is great to watch when he's on screen. I wish he had more screen time. I wonder, did they film more of close-ups and people reacting to things, and then he cut it, or did he just not get that coverage, just not cut it? I don't know, but... Yeah. Whatever. So, what's your verdict, man?
I give it worth the popcorn.
All right.
It's
like I don't want to, but yeah.
It's like I'm on the opposite. Like I wish I could give it a Bond Diggity, but it's just not quite that good. I think that it could have been a lot better if they just I don't know, shot more stuff that actually, if there was more exhibition and all that, and not just. It's like the whole movie felt like a climax. It's weird.
Yeah. And it's weird. You think they only met at the end, right?
Venom and Carnage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, that's just weird to me.
And it's like, because, they're supposed to be like enemies.
Yeah.
But they meet once, have one fight, and it's over. Like.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like they should have had them... come into contact before the end.
Yeah, some interaction between. Yeah,
because they have Venom and Carnage. They have their own little relationship, and they should have had that build up throughout it. Right. Like I don't even understand why Carnage hates Venom in the first place. There was no reason.
Yeah, they really don't explain.
They don't give you that reasoning in the movie.
He just wants to kill him.
He's just like Venom.
Maybe he's like that. There only should be one. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Maybe he just feels. I don't know. Maybe he just feels like a bastard. He's like, dude, you're just leaving me.
He's just evil. Maybe I don't know. I don't really. Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah. It didn't really click, and I feel like I know I'm getting in. We've been getting in spoilers for a minute, but like
yeah.
You know how in this movie Carnage and I don't remember what's his name. Woody's actual character's name.
Oh, I don't remember.
It's like. It starts with a C or something. I don't know.
CK or something. I can't remember his name.
I don't know. But Carnage and his host, in the movie they don't click. Don't they in the comics?
I don't know much about that.
But I think that Carnage and his host, like in the comic books and stuff, I'm completely just guessing here. I don't know. I haven't read up on it, nothing. But I think that they click together well because Carnage is evil and this dude's a serial killer. Yeah. So I thought that they had good chemistry between each other.
Yeah, I thought they would too.
But in the movie, they don't. In the movie, Carnage is just a bully the whole time. But so is his host. But his host isn't bullying him back. He's just like, girl. It's boring. There really needs to be a lot more character building, which I feel like the movie didn't have time for because of all the scenes that happened just to be in the movie, just to keep it fast-paced running. There wasn't really enough time for it to have these exhibition stuff, to have the character building. The movie needed to be longer. It needed to cut out some of the scenes that it has, and it needs to add a lot more.
Well, it could just extend the ones it did have. COVID. But I just, I understand. But yeah.
It's like every character in this movie needs to have more emotional scenes.
You know what I did like? Because what we both loved about the first movie is that the boyfriend of the girl isn't, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
And in this one, I was glad that they still kept him a nice guy, a good guy. And he is. He's still a good guy. He does some heroic stuff.
That's where that, and that's like funny in itself between his whole relationship with with Venom and all that.
Yeah, and that's
great.
very funny because he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's not. She's with the right guy, I think.
Yeah. And that's enjoyable to watch.
Right.
To see Eddie just sitting there in pain.
And I think Eddie knows that that's a good guy. Mm-hmm. He tries to be nice to him. Yeah. But, Venom doesn't like him because he's like, nah, take our girl, But anyway,
overall,
all right.
The movie's pretty good, I think. It's pretty okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It could have been great like the first one.
I know this movie going crazy with these numbers right now. It's selling out every night type stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And it's a good thing. And big spoiler, end credit scene. You should probably touch on that.
Yeah, the post-credit scene is a good one.
It's really good. Like, it was one of those ones where I was sitting in the theater and I was watching it. I saw him and I was just.
I didn't understand anything you just said.
I was watching.
You were not speaking English.
I was watching the movie. I was sitting there. One of them post-credit type scenes where I'm sitting in the theater just watching, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I gotta pee, I gotta leave, And then I just start smiling, looking at the screen, because I'm like, hey, I see what you're talking about.
Right.
I see. I've been waiting for that. Because Spider-Man's like my favorite Marvel character.
He's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, he's the coolest. He's the best. He's the most enjoyable in every situation, really.
Right.
So, I was quite the fan when they was, saying that they gonna meet.
Right. Yeah.
I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
I think that one thing that's kind of strange and missing for me with that whole is that they're not gonna have that same like chemistry, that like the same hatred for each other that they did.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really make sense. It's like I'm still really excited for that because I love Spider-Man, I love Venom, but it doesn't really make sense why Venom just saw the man on TV and he was like, I want to eat that, for no reason.
But the thing is, Venom was never allowed to be a villain in this this incarnation of him. He was incarnation. That's not what I meant to say. Anyway, he just wasn't. He was immediately the lethal protector. He never was the villain for years, Spider-Man's villain. And that I always had a problem with that. Venom makes a great Spider-Man villain, and they squandered him in Spider-Man 3. That was ridiculous. And then in this movie, it's like he just immediately is kind of a good guy.
It's like now he's like Red Hood type.
Yeah, but he wasn't the first one, just immediately a good guy. They made him a hero. So
which is like I understand Spider-Man's still going to not agree with Venom. Yeah. But at the same time, like, it's not gonna. I don't know how they're gonna make it like it is. I don't know how they're gonna make it because Eddie doesn't know the dude. He doesn't know Pete at all. Venom just thinks he looks like he tastes good. Like, it just doesn't.
And because
I don't see how they're gonna have that conflict.
In the comics, Venom hated Spider-Man because Spider-Man rejected him, and Eddie Brock hated Peter Parker. So that made them perfect to be his villain, but. None of that exists here, so I don't really.
Yeah, they don't even like live in like the same spot. Like, I don't know.
They're not in the same universe. Well, they are now.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's weird. Whatever. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what they do.
Multiverse.
Hopefully, it doesn't suck. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope it's good. Spider-Man movie looks good. It's coming out.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm talking about how Let There Be Carnage isn't the best movie. It's okay, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see more. Like, I would gladly see another Venom movie. And I'd gladly see a lot more Spider-Man movies. Gladly like to see them come together and hopefully do something great. We'll see.
I like to see Venom in the hands of another director. Nothing against Andy Serkis. I think he's a mad talented dude, but Mowgli and this just left me wanting more. Both those movies, I was like, they, you obviously know what you're doing, but the emotional they're just kind of hollow movies. They just move along and then they're over,
Yeah. I'm just hoping next time around we can say bomb diggity.
We probably gave the other one bomb diggity, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, reluctantly, because we're like, dude, we didn't expect to love this movie, but we did, So what's coming up next? James Bond coming out. You won't be with me, though.
So
I'm going to go see it without you. And then Dune.
You can leave me out that one.
You are coming to see Dune.
Yeah, you can just have Will be here.
Nope, you're
That's
going to come
everybody.
see Dune.
I'll just be over.
We're going to go see it in the largest theater
I'll put
in
some
Michigan.
headphones on. I'll be sitting, over on the corner typing up.
Nah,
so,
in Novi, there's the largest theater in Michigan, largest screen in Michigan. It's like the size of a basketball court. It's huge. We need to go see it there.
That's what you want to go see.
Yeah. This director
He
directed Blade Runner 2049, and I saw that in IMAX, and it was amazing. It felt like a ride almost. Then I watched Blade Runner 2049 on a smaller TV, and it wasn't the same. So yeah, this movie, if you're going to see Dune, you who doesn't want to see it, we should see it in the biggest screen possible.
Let me just go look at a bunch of sand on a big screen.
I'm telling you, Dune is dope, man. It's got a lot of... Dude, it's nice, man.
See, I don't know much about the whole Dune universe.
I know a little, and I
don't know nothing about it, but all I know is that these trailers don't catch my attention in any way, shape, or form.
These trailers look great, man. I don't know. Yes, it's going to be a slow movie because that director makes slow movies, but they're always good movies.
The
They're
trailers,
just slow.
they just don't intrigue me.
How are you not
I'm looking at
intrigued?
it. I like some of the actors. It's got some good actors in it. It has a lot of actors that I like.
Dude,
but that's
boy.
it. It's like all I've seen in the trailers. I don't really pay attention to them because I was biased from the beginning. But I just see, I'm like, hey, I know that dude. I like him.
I don't even care about the actors, man. It's Dune. Dune's a good story, man. It's about the spice mines and, there's this spice that it helps you travel through space. Dude, it's good. Water is very scarce. It's like a commodity almost, man. It's good stuff. There's these different warring houses, and
I don't know. I mean,
political.
I'll see it because, movies, but
yeah. You're going to like it.
It's my job to go see movies and that I don't want to watch.
You're going to like it, man. You're going to like it. Okay. I think we should probably end this, man. We don't have anything else to say about the Carnage. It was all right. It was just all right. I wanted to like it more, but I didn't. And that's okay, because I don't have to.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else you need to talk about?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. Let's call it then. Peace.
Peace.
Science now has really revolutionized the screen. Things out there in Hollywood are not so darn serene. All the stars are in a panic. Here's the reason why. Everyone must talk out loud or kiss the town goodbye. Lots of old-time stars are out of a job.